Welcome to the Freewrite, a show where we dive into the art of songwriting, storytelling, and the creative process. Join me as I sit down with writers, musicians, and other creatives to talk about process, inspiration, and creating something from nothing. If you're an artist looking for community or a fan interested in the creative process, there's something for you here. Today, my guest is Donny Daydream. Donny is an alternative pop R&B artist, and we had a great conversation. He had a lot of good insight into songwriting and some interesting stories too, for sure. So I'm excited for you to hear this conversation with Donny Daydream. All right, Donny Daydream, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out and chat with me a little bit about songwriting. I appreciate it.
Of course, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, hell yeah. We were put in touch by Bianca Azule, an artist who I believe works with the same producer as you, David.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you're now the third person I've talked to who David is our producer. So I feel like I'm getting
fucking crazy.
I'm getting into the David cinematic universe. I'm gonna have to have him
This
on
is kind of
eventually.
insane.
Yeah.
Do you, or who did you know first, I guess?
So I knew a friend of Bianca's, and so a friend put us in touch, and then from there met you. I talked to Miho last week. I don't know if you've met her, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's fire. Yeah, that's like the David universe.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, I wanna get into production in a little bit, but if we could just start off by tell me about your path to songwriting.
My path to songwriting. I think I've always loved singing.
Mm-hmm.
Like growing up, I had an older sister and she was always singing like powerhouse, like women vocals around the house, like
Yeah.
Mariah Carey and like Whitney Houston and all like the big powerhouses. So I think that's what really got me into music. I just really like singing. But I've always loved storytelling and I've always loved writing. When I was a kid, I've always wanted to be like an author.
Yeah.
To like write books. And I guess it just worked out perfectly because I loved singing and I loved writing at the same time. So I was like, songwriting might be the move. And it's not even something I chose to do, it's just something I love to do. So I just kept doing it. And then I guess I chose to be like, you know what? We should like really pursue this. But it wasn't like I should start songwriting. It was just like I should pursue this as a career, but I was always songwriting.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to that. My mom is a writer and my dad is a guitarist. So I grew up with both of those things and then just kind of like put them together at some point.
That's fire.
When did you start taking it a little more seriously though?
For sure when I was like, I think it was like right before I was 21. When I was like 19, 20-ish. Or maybe like 18. I started taking it seriously as a craft, like 18. And I was like, okay, like I'm gonna choose to do this. But it wasn't until I was like 20 that I like released my actual first song.
Cool.
But it was definitely when I was like around 18 and I was like out of college, or I wasn't in college at that time. And I was like, you know what, Lo? Like, we got to choose something. If we're not doing school, we got to do something. And I was like, we might as well do something you really love. So why not just go for it, shoot for the stars, Yeah. And I just started trying to get better. And then music really started when I was like 2021.
Yeah. Nice. Do you have like a general approach when it comes to songwriting? Like before we dive a little deeper into the nitty gritty with stuff, like what's the general thought on it, if there is one?
There definitely isn't one, but I feel like there's always one in a certain era, right? Like in a certain phase, I always have a better technique.
Yeah.
Of what works better in that timeline. So like when I first started doing music, right? Like I just told you, like I love singing. Like production wasn't even like in my head. Like I didn't even know what production was. Sure. So all I wanted to do was write songs. And I didn't even play the guitar that well. I played the guitar, but like not even that well. So I would just come up with melodies in my head. I would just be like la 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 la, and then I would like write like a line. And so it all came in here. And so I used to write full songs and just like voice memo them. Like not even with the guitar. I would just voice a full song. And I would bring it to my producer and he would like put instruments around it. And that's how I used to write my first songs. And then after that, it got kind of stale because like if I'm not inspired by anything but my brain, like the same thing's gonna kind of come out, And so it was like the same songs just kept coming out. And I was like, okay, maybe we should just like write in the studio. And so I would have like my producer play something and I would try to write like that for a little bit. But now, so I think I've matured to, and I feel like songwriting, you don't always have to like sit there and be like, I want to write a song, like ideas come all the time.
Yeah.
And so whenever I have an idea, I just like voice memo it. And if I really like it, I'll like write a verse or a hook. And then because I know it just came from my brain, I try to like not write any more of it. So it's like just a hook or a verse, and then I bring it in, and then we build it, and then I get inspired by more sounds, and then I finish writing the song. But usually I bring in like a little idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that process. It's so different than like, for me, I grew up, like I played the guitar for years before I ever really tried writing. So I had this just like unwritten expectation that like, obviously I'm going to have a guitar in my hand when I start. So it's so cool to hear that like you literally it was just phone in hand, voice memo. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Like my friends, even like when I do shows now, it's just, I feel so much more comfortable with just the mic in my hand and I'm like moving.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends that like I have a lot of music friends that were like, bro, like you should just play the guitar. I'm like, nah, I don't want to play the guitar, bro. Like I know it looks so much cooler, but you love to walk around and sing, bro. Like
yeah. Yeah. And I conversely, I'm like, when I don't have like the guitar in my hands and it's just a mic, I'm like so uncomfortable. I'm like, but what do I need the thing like to hide behind to like be comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I think Ed Sheeran said that too. It's like that's kind of like his like safety net or like his like comfort, his like blankie. Yeah.
As a kid, I played the drums before I performed the drums before I ever performed with the guitar. And I remember that first time not having the drum kit in front of me. I felt like so naked. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just standing here. Like it was crazy.
Did you like also sing with the drums?
No, it took a long time before I started singing in front of people. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so like let me ask this, like nowadays, like where are you at now? What's like the initial process? Is it kind of trackless, melody lyric first into the phone and then into a session?
Yeah, it's usually either I find some sort of melody in my head that I like, or just like inspiration hits and I have some sort of idea what I want to do and I like voice memo it. And then I bring it to my producer and I'm like, I want to write something like this. I'll probably have like 4 lines.
Yeah.
Or a verse at most, but like 4 lines, and then we find chords around it, and then we build around that idea, and then I write after we build something around it.
Yeah.
Or if I hear like new music, low-key, I love doing this. If I hear new music and I like, even if I don't like the song per se, if I hear new music and I love like the chords in it and something just speaks to me, I'm ripping it. Give me them chords. I'm taking them. So yeah, like that has been like a good way so far. Just like hearing random chords and songs and I'm like, oh, this is fire. Like I want this chord. Yeah. So like that progression is fire. Yeah.
Do you do anything to put yourself like in the zone before that, or will it just kind of spark?
I think it just kind of sparks. Well, I think not necessarily in the zone, but I'm definitely always listening. Makes sense.
Yeah,
right? Like if I work part-time at a restaurant, so it's like even if I'm at work and I'm just walking around and like we have like a playlist playing and I'm like listening to stuff and I'm like, oh, this is new, like what is this, like I'm always like listening, but I'm not technically like I have to lock in and find new shit, but it's like I'm always definitely just like open to listening it.
Yeah. How do you view like the different parts of a song, like melody, lyrics, harmony, chords, rhythm, vibe? Like what's kind of going on? How conscious of those things are you when you're kind of starting the process?
I think I'm very, very conscious first of melody and lyric. I think it goes vice versa though. But I think no matter what you say, like if you say it in the right way, like you can say the same thing, sorry. No matter what you say, it could be the same sentence. You don't even have to change the words. If you have the right tone and the right melody, I think it works. No matter how stupid it is, no matter how fire it is, you know, like no matter what you say, I think if you have the right tone, it's kind of like teaching somebody like how to do something, you know? It's like if you're like saying it in a mean way, they're not gonna really want it, you know? But if you're saying it in the right tone that catches their ear, they're gonna listen no matter what. Doesn't matter what you say. And I think that's what melody comes in.
Sure.
And I think melody is very important. And low key, now that I'm talking about it, I think melody is more important than lyrics. I think lyric is a big part, obviously, of storytelling and what do you want to convey. But I think a good song has great melody. Just look at like K-pop and like Bad Bunny and all the stuff that like we don't necessarily understand.
Sure.
But like I'm bumping it, you know. But I'm bumping it 24/7. It's just so good. It's so fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think melody is first for me. Lyric is second, and then all that little other stuff is just like should be beneficial. I don't think we add in harmonies or any other stuff like that to just add it in. I think it's like what the song needs, you know?
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you do too much because you're like, oh, it has to have harmony, it has to have this, like it just kind of like it dies out, I think. Or like it's like suffocating.
For sure.
And yeah. So I think all that other stuff, I think it's definitely song lyric, and then all the other stuff could like if it benefits, then like we put it in.
Yeah. When you start the process of a new song, are you conscious about genre, or does that just kind of, you just let that fall where it may?
I think as a creative, I want to say no. But as like an artist, that's like also trying his best to like work with the business or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
Like I feel like I have to say a little bit of yes. Like it's, you know, like for my project, like for Donny Daydream, everything has to be cohesive, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I do think about genre frequently. About like what genres I want to use and how I want this to sound. And also like with tone and what we were talking about, I feel like genres make a song feel different, even though you're saying one thing, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like I do think about genres, but also I think I usually have a genre in mind that would convey that feeling I want to convey.
Yeah.
So it's like I do think about it, and it is important for the feeling, I would say.
Yeah.
It is important for the feeling.
And then like, I'm so curious too about as the instrumental is starting to get built out from what sounds like a couple lines in a voice memo. Like some of your stuff is so groovy, and I'm like,
thank you, bro.
At what point is like I don't know if you can speak to that, like how that might come from the voice memo of a few lines.
Yeah, I think I usually do have a groove in mind.
Okay. And that makes sense to me as you're listening to something and you're like, oh, I hear this new tune, I want to do something like that. Then you have that kind of, the vibe is there before you even begin. Yeah.
Or it's like, even like if I like per se hear that new song or whatever, like I hear something that inspires me. And I'm like, yeah, but what if they did it like this though? You know? Sure. And so I would have like a different groove in mind. But I usually have a groove in mind. Sometimes the first groove in mind is definitely not it.
Right. Yeah.
Like sometimes it takes a while to get to like where the song actually needs to be. And sometimes it's just there, you know, sometimes it's like lightning in a bottle. But usually I do have a groove, and then I just kind of like very, very badly, loosely beatbox it to my producer, and he'll just be like, I got you.
Love that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're really trying for when you're songwriting?
Yeah, I'm really trying to go for like the feeling. Yeah, I'm just a feelsy guy. I feel like that's why I do music, you know? That's why I'm also crazy enough to chase music, because like if I wasn't a feelsy guy, I'd be chasing like a desk at an office.
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to like emulate, I don't know, like whatever makes me feel good, honestly. It's not even so much for the audience, it's for me to feel good. Like if I feel good about this, then someone else has to feel good about this, right? But it's definitely for me first. And I think that's what I'm trying to capture. Like if it doesn't make me feel good, if I don't like it, then like it don't matter how many people like it, I probably won't drop it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. What about on the flip side? Is there anything that you are trying to avoid when you're songwriting?
Ooh. Maybe this is like, okay, so when I songwrite,
Hmm.
I feel like everyone has these first initial ideas in their head, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like for me, sometimes I know that like these first ideas isn't purely inspiration. It's just more so like what I'm used to, right? Like this
Yeah.
is the melody that I would have used. And I feel like sometimes those melodies aren't special enough. This is just me and my, it's just me being lazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I really have tried my best to avoid lazy writing.
Hmm.
Whether it's like, oh yeah, like that's good enough. And I think that also, makes you a better songwriter if you just like quality control a lot more.
Mm.
But also, I think it tends to get in your head a lot because then
Sure.
how are you going to know which one is the melody? So
Yeah.
you really need to find the silver lining. But I definitely try to avoid like lazy writing of just like spewing something out. And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. Because like,
Yeah.
like so many options and it's not even like what you would write, but what the song needs.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, that's something I try to avoid. Because I used to just like write songs and songs and songs, and they would just be like, just like mesh, just nothing.
How do you toe that line? How do you stay kind of in the flow and just in like, this feels good, this
Yeah,
is natural, and like, wait, I've done that before, or wait, that's too typical. That's what I would, of course, that's what
yeah,
I would
yeah,
do.
yeah.
How do you find that balance?
I think it's just like if I like it. Honestly, it's like I think if you're, I think if you're honest with yourself,
Hmm.
then you should know what you like, right? I feel like you should know what you like, and you should know when you're being lazy and when you're like, you know what, like I fuck with this, like I really, really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times where I write something and I'll be like, you know what, like, is this good? Like, I don't even know if I like this. And honestly, if I have that doubt already,
Hmm.
I probably know I don't like it as much. But also, like, sometimes I have doubt and then I'll just like, ah, whatever, let's just finish it. And then I'll listen to it like a day after and I'm like, you know what, that was fire. But usually I really like distinctly know if I just like really, really like it.
Yeah.
If I really like it, then it's like, that's it. Honestly, like, there's no right or wrong to songwriting. It's just if you like it or not.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Hell yeah. How do you know when a song is done? It sounds like to me, if I'm kind of getting your usual process right, like you're
Mhm.
starting with the voice memo, then
Yeah.
you're taking it to the producer, you're going in
Yeah.
there, and you're kind of writing in session.
Yeah.
So at what point are you like, or let me ask this: are you recording as you go, or are you like finishing the write before recording?
I'm re I'm recording as I go.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I'll write that first or the hook, and then we'll build like a skeleton beat around it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, like punch me in. And so I'll like hop on the mic. Oh wait, sorry. So I'll have the verse and then we'll build the beat. And then I'll record the verse.
Yeah.
That's like my initial idea. I'll record the initial idea and then from there I'll go like line by line.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just be like whatever flows after this line and whatever flows after this line.
Yeah.
And eventually when I have like another verse and I can't think of anything, I'll go sit back down and I'll like just produce more of this. And then if he produces more and I hear something else, I'm like, oh, punch me back in. So it's
Yeah.
like really like back and forth.
That's
But I
cool.
would say when a song is done is when nothing that I add sounds good anymore. Like when nothing that I add is like, dude, like we don't even need this.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And then we do all these things. I'm like, yeah, like, it doesn't even sound good anymore. So it's like once like everything I start to add doesn't become like a sparkle anymore and it becomes more like dull and
Mm-hmm.
like suffocates it, I'm like, okay, like we're done. Like this is too much now.
Yeah. Do you have a process for sharing your stuff early with people? Like, are you getting feedback, or is it just kind of you and your producer rocking with it and you're like, this is it. This is good enough?
I used to show my music to everybody. Like when I first started, I used to show all my demos to everybody, and it low-key like traumatized me.
Oh, no.
Because I would show people, because like, that's my baby,
Yeah,
and like I'm showing like my closest friends, but like some of my closest friends don't do music, and that's totally okay. Like like they don't understand the feeling I have for it, and so
sure.
that's totally okay. So like sometimes I used to show stuff to like my friends, and they'd be like on their phone, or like I'll be like, oh, like I just worked on this, and I'll like play the song, and they're like, yeah, bro, like how's your day? I'm like, man, I'm showing you something. But like,
Yeah,
so I was like, okay, like maybe I should like really hone in on who to show my music to
sure.
instead of just showing everybody, because like like
Yeah.
I feel underappreciated also.
Hmm.
But it's like I'm putting myself in that situation. So
Yeah.
I do have like a couple of friends that I trust,
Hmm.
that I think they have good taste, and I
Hmm.
think I love their music. So if they like my stuff, then I trust their taste. So I do have a couple of friends, but I don't like showing people stuff until it's a full demo.
Hmm.
I don't like showing people stuff, but you like I don't like to play a song and then be like, oh, like, but I'm gonna change this. And also like this is not done yet right here. So it's like, what am I really showing them, Because they're gonna have
Yeah.
different opinions on stuff that I'm already gonna change.
Yeah.
So like, why do I need to hear that? So I
Yeah.
don't like showing people stuff until it's a full demo. Yeah, and I have like definitely a certain group of people that I trust with their taste, that I just love their craft. So
Sure.
I'm like, if they love my stuff, then that would be amazing.
Yeah. How often are you changing stuff based on their feedback?
Mm, it would depends how much I like the song, right? Like how confident I am in like my craft at that moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll show them something and it's like, bro, like I made this, it's so fire. Like, check this out. And if they say something, then like I wouldn't have done this. I'm like, yeah, I'll think about it, but like I love this, so like fuck you, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like going somewhere with like a song that I already like am iffy about, and I'm like, yo, like what would you do about this? And he's
Hmm.
like, oh, like I'd probably change this. Then I'll be like, you know what? That's a great idea.
Mm.
Like I'll change it. But there are sometimes where I'll go and I'm like, I don't really fuck with this. Like, what would you do with it? And then he would be like, honestly, like I like this. Like this is good.
Sure.
Like you're overthinking it now. And so
Yeah.
like it's like, I do definitely take in the advice.
Yeah.
Definitely not just criticism, but also like support.
Hmm. For
Yeah.
sure. And so then, as you're kind of going through, maybe showing some people, maybe finishing some stuff up, you kind of are like, anything, I added some stuff that's no good. I think we're done. That's kind of the end of the process. And then it's like off to mixing, mastering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think less is more.
Hmm.
I think less is more. But I think it's really hard to find that balance of like what is like just enough. But I do really think less is more. I'm not like a very crazy like production or vocals type of guy.
Hmm.
I think if the initial idea is there and you feel it, like that's good enough.
How has your process changed over the years? I guess we kind of touched on this a little bit at the beginning, but even recently, do you feel like process has changed at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it kind of yeah, because I change.
Mm,
I
yeah.
think the more I learn, the more I tweak my process. And it's also not even just learning about like the craft. It's like learning about yourself.
Hmm.
I used to, bro, I used to go to the studio like hungover, like not sleeping, like just having like the craziest bender of all time, and then be like, all right, bro, like get home at 6. I'm
Uh-huh.
like barely alive, and I'm like, all right, dude, like studio in 4 hours. What am I doing? What am I fucking doing? I used to like, I would just go into the studio, knock out on the couch,
Yeah.
be like, yo, like just make me a beat today. Like I think it's like, like you got to learn about yourself too.
Sure.
Like what makes the process better for you in terms of like how, like what type of space do you have to be in to let the creativity come to you?
Yeah, that's good.
And so now it's like I'm okay, like I got a session tomorrow. I can't go too crazy. I'm probably gonna need at least this much amount of sleep. I
Mm-hmm.
know for sure I'm gonna need to get a coffee. Like I can't like I need like I might not need to eat that much food, but like at least a donut or something, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like that's really what changed the game for me was that like knowing who I was and what type of stuff that made me
Mm-hmm.
healthy in the studio, like mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great note. I feel like that can get overlooked, and it's like it's one of those things that's so obvious but so like important and like in your face. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's so helpful.
No, it sure is. And also, it's like if you don't feel good about yourself at that time, how are you gonna feel good about anything you produce? You
Sure.
know, like
Yeah.
anything that comes out of you. Like if you're already feeling like shit, if I sing something, I'm probably gonna think it's shit.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay, tell me about your experience with collaboration. Have you done co-writes ever, or is it mainly like you and your producer?
I think the co-write stuff is also kind of like the showing demo stuff.
Mm.
I used to like try to write with a lot more people,
Hmm.
just because like it's good experience and it's like fun, and it's kind of like it's like a hobby. It's like if I love playing this game or whatever, I would love to like find more friends that do it.
Yeah.
So I used to co-write a lot, but I really had to like hone in and like diet down to like the people that like actually work well with you,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like playing a sport. It's like just because you guys play the same sport, don't mean you guys could be on the same team. Like it's hard, and it's hard finding people that connect with you the way that you connect and that like understand each other and work well with each other. So I do have a few songs that I co-write with like some of my friends, right? Like only probably like at most a handful of guys. But
Sure.
I'm thinking probably like three guys that I'm like co-writing with.
Yeah.
I'm always down to try co-writing. I'm always down to try it.
How does the process change for you when you're in those kinds of sessions?
I think everyone needs to play a role.
Mm.
And I think sometimes you got to step up and say something because no one is saying anything. But I think sometimes when there is like the captain and someone obviously is saying something and has the idea, I just fill in. I'm
Yeah.
just, yeah. Yeah, I think it's always a balance of, and I think that's where ego comes in too. Because I feel like a lot of people sometimes don't even have ideas. They just want to say something,
Mm.
right? And I feel like I had to like learn that. Not that I had a big ego, but learn like when is it like right for me to be confident and say something, or when is it okay to like back someone up because they have an idea, or like am I just fucking saying bullshit out here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good note. Tell me about like visuals. Your you seem with the Donny Daydream project to have like a
Yeah.
very cohesive like visual identity with it. It's super cool. Like
Thank you.
the blurred, not neon effect, but just like
Yeah, yeah,
all of
yeah.
that. Like it's and like the sets that you're doing. Like tell me about visuals for a release, be it like album cover, music video, promo stuff. Like what is that like for you?
I love like building visuals
Hmm.
because I think it's part of the world, right? Like the music is like it's the whole package. Like the music isn't enough. I feel like people need to immerse themselves into something.
Mm.
And I'm a very escapism guy. Like I love watching movies, right? Like storytelling. Like I
Yeah.
like disappearing for like 2 hours. Like even though I'm on my couch, I'm like, I'm not there. I'm in the world.
Yeah.
And so I think for music, it's like the same thing. It's like I listen to music, but like who is this guy? Like where is he from? Like what is his world?
Mm.
And I just wish shit wasn't so expensive. Right? Like there's everything
I
needs money.
know. I know.
But yeah, I love building everything. I just wish I had all the money in the world to like build the world I want to build. But me personally, for Donny Daydream, that's like my world right now is like the motel, like hotel, like that's the theme, like
Yeah.
a motel theme. That's why my EP is called Vacancy. Like those are like the open rooms right now.
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna like build it into like more stuff. And like it's a very color, it's like a very like Sin City-esque vibe. You
Yeah,
know, it's like just dark enough, but it's not like black and white.
sure.
Um, yeah, I love visuals. I think visuals, and I feel like every kid that wants to do music grew up like watching music videos all day on YouTube.
Sure.
So it's like I would love to just make as many music videos as I can.
Yeah,
But it's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot.
I know. At what point of the process do the visuals start to come to your mind?
I think now so almost instantly.
Hmm.
Or after the song's done. I feel like after the song is done,
Mm-hmm.
almost instantly it comes. Now so. But I'm not saying like I have like a full story laid out. But I definitely have like the vibe, you know? Like I want to be like this is like the color.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna be wearing. Like, you know, this is gonna be like the theme. Um and like I try to like think about like what if I wore this though? Like what if I like can I see myself singing this, wearing this?
Mm.
And I'd be like lazy about it usually because I don't want to change my look a little bit right now. Like I have a look, I don't want to change my look into another look. Can I
Oh,
see
sure.
myself now singing this?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like I can't. Like I really need this new look if I want to drop this new
Mm.
music. And so I feel like it almost becomes like simultaneously about like visuals and music.
Yeah.
It used to never be like that. When I first started doing music videos, I was so ignorant.
Mm.
I would like, you know, hire my friends because my friends do video stuff. And they're like, bro, let me do a video for you. And I'm like, I'm so down, bro. Let's do it. And they're like, so what are your ideas? And I'm like, that's your job, bro. I'm like, don't ask me, bro. Like, give me the video. They're like, what is? They're like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, no, bro. Like, you come up with the idea. But
Yeah.
I definitely had to like hone that. Like, that's another craft within itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's another muscle you have to like work out.
Hmm. Okay, also talk to me about like the age of short form video content
That
promotion.
shit sucks.
You're the fourth guest in a row to just be like, man, I hate doing
Bro,
this
that shit's
shit. Like,
ass.
yeah.
But it's needed.
Hmm.
It's needed. It's definitely needed.
Do you
And like,
have any like tips or tricks on how you maybe stay motivated for it or make it a little bit less terrible or anything that you've
uh,
learned that's helped or it's just a slog that you're trying to get through?
I think you just got to do it. I think if you want to make something your career, you got to treat it like a career. Like if you
Yeah.
want to make it like a job, you got to treat it like a job. And like you don't want to go in and like do these hours, obviously, if you're like clocking in. But like you're gonna have to because that's your job, you know? And
Yeah.
so the same thing with content. It's like it's part of the job. Like you can't want to do music and not want to do the job. That is the job. Just
Yeah.
do the content, you know? And like obviously it's ass and it sucks and it's boring. But you know, like do the job, make the best out of it. You know, if I'm already doing the job, I might as well be the best at doing the job.
Sure.
So it's like if I'm already having to do content and like it sucks, I might as well try to make the best of it and
Yeah.
like make the best I could do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, like you don't wake up every day being optimistic, you know, but
Sure.
it's like, you know, you got to do the best you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. All right. Time for the slow round. Just a few more questions. Go as quick or as slow as you like. It's up to you.
I,
What are your beliefs around inspiration?
whoa, that's crazy. What does that even mean? What does
Okay,
that? You told me
yeah,
that. Um,
I'll tee you up. This is something I've brought up a few times. I wrote it down so that I could quote this person. There's an author named William Faulkner who
mhm,
was asked if they wait till inspiration strikes to start writing or if they make it a habit. And
mm,
he said, I only write when I'm inspired. Fortunately, I'm inspired at 9 o'clock every morning. Um, and so
wow.
that's like one belief around inspiration, you know, like the idea that you're gonna sit down and do the thing, and then the inspiration will come. Whereas other people will
Hmm.
like, or at least I know what it's like to be like leaving a party and be like, I need to write a song about this when I get home because that was crazy what just happened. And like, so I mean, there's a little of both. You were talking earlier. You were mentioning how like, oh man, I wish I could remember what you said, but you mentioned just like when kind of working on the early stages of a song and like
Yeah.
pulling the inspiration from like these other places. Like I was curious about that, just like what
Yeah.
that's like. So
I
yeah,
think
anything.
I think inspiration comes from anything, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, and that could be yourself as well. Like I could totally sit down and be like, I want to write something that didn't come from inspiration, and then I like accidentally hit a note, or I
Mm,
accidentally hear a chord that I like accidentally played, and then I'm inspired, right? So I think that could also come, but I think mostly, um, yeah, I think I said this earlier. I did say this earlier, but it's just like you just gotta listen, and I feel like the job is music, and it's really cliche, but I feel like you really just gotta like always have your ears peeled,
yeah. No,
and
that's
like,
good.
right, like I can hear like a certain sound
Hmm.
anywhere, and I'm just like, oh, like that's cool.
Yeah.
And then like that, I feel like comes. I just think you gotta be open. I think like Pharrell or like whatever, some bigger artist said that was like, like ideas don't come from you; they come from like like up there,
Yeah.
and you just channel it.
Yep.
I actually do really believe that. I believe that like there's so many people, there's so many ideas. There's no way you're the first guy to think about it,
Sure.
right? So I think it's really up to you to decide if you want to use that idea.
Yeah.
But I think it all comes from just like being there and being present and just listening. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's all about just like being open to listening to new stuff,
I like that.
being open minded.
Yeah. What do you find yourself writing about the most?
I definitely always write about how I feel. I know a lot of like I have some friends that like writing stories instead, like more so like, ooh, like this song feels like this story, and
Mm,
write like a different story to it. And I
yeah.
feel like those are true storytellers. I
Sure.
feel like I'm definitely more of a artist where I'm like, I want to say what I want to feel. Like, I want to express myself. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely have friends that write songs and they're like, like, this sounds cool. And why did this sound cool? Because she's going through this and he's going through this. And that's what the song's going to be about. And like, I think
Yeah.
that's super fire. I think that's hella fire. But I for sure definitely have to write about something that I'm like rooted in at the moment,
Sure.
or like the old story of mine,
Yeah.
or a story of a friend's that I felt empathetic to.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something about, yeah, it's definitely circling around how I feel right now. And that doesn't mean like I have to be in love. It doesn't mean like I'm brokenhearted or something.
Hmm.
Like right now, recently, like I'm single. Like I'm not really into anything right now. But I have been feeling kind of unavailable
Mm,
and kind of scattered a little bit, just a little, like doing a little too much, like too much
yeah.
work, like just a little, like I'm kind of all over the place. So
Sure.
all the songs I've been writing about recently are still love songs, and they still, like obviously I still write love songs, but it's on the context of me like I can't be there right now.
Yeah.
And that's just because that's how I feel. If I felt like I was in something right now, I really couldn't be there right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
Cool.
I just kind of like how I feel and I just run with it.
Yeah. Is there a song by somebody else that you wish you would have written?
Oh yeah. So many. So many.
What's one or a couple?
There's this one song, but it's just a random story, but there's this one song that my friend recently wrote. It's not even out.
Hmm.
It's just like a demo. And it's just so good that I wish I wrote that. And we were like drinking one night and we were drunk. And I was like, hey, yo, if you don't release it, give it to me. Like
Yeah.
I just had the balls to say that because we were drinking. And he's like, ah, if I don't release it, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And so he didn't even say I could have it. He just said if he didn't release it, I could have it.
Yeah.
But I took it and I ran and I like brought it to my producer and I was like, yo, we're gonna reproduce this how I'm gonna make it. And then
Yeah.
show him and it's gonna be so good that he's gonna have to
Prove
let
to
me
him
have
that it's
it.
got to be me. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so good that he was like, you're right, bro. This is a hit.
Hell yeah.
No. He was like, you're right, bro. This is a hit. I gotta release
Oh
it.
no. Damn.
But I love that, you know, like
Sure.
that's like what it's about.
That's
But a
crazy.
song that I wish I
That's
wish
a great story. That's really I feel like that's unique. That seems yeah. That's crazy.
I wish I wrote some of the John Mayer stuff.
Yeah.
I wish
Same.
I wrote a lot of the John Mayer stuff, like
Yeah.
Stop This Train.
Mm.
Like what is that one song? Welcome to what you said to me,
Yeah,
it's
what's he
like his
called?
first ever
I
single.
wanna run through the halls of
Yeah. I
life.
wish I
Yeah.
wrote that. Yeah, I wish I wrote a lot of John Mayer stuff. I wish I wrote a lot of um the Journal's Justin Bieber album,
Yeah.
Pooh Bear. I
Hmm.
wish I wrote that whole album.
Yeah.
I just love that album so much.
The
Like,
most slept on Bieber album.
oh my goodness, I love
Yeah.
that. That's like probably my number one album.
Cool.
And some Party Next Door stuff. I really love Party Next Door.
Hmm.
And yeah, like that like early Party Next Door. I
Sure.
love that stuff. As well as like the Summer Walker stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um
Cool.
I guess those are just my favorite like artists. But it's like I wish I could write like that, you know? Like
Yeah.
those are the songs I wish I was like, damn, like I wish I came up with this. I wish
Yeah.
that was my sound, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a piece of creative advice that you've really resonated with?
Yeah. Um talking about John Mayer. I heard John Mayer say on an interview that when you have writer's block, it's not that you can't write. It's just that, you know, everyone has a reader and writer in them.
Hmm.
And it's not that you can't write because you can still write, but like the reader inside you is not agreeing with the writer inside you. And
Yeah.
the reader's like, oh, like I don't like this, you know? And I think that really took perspective or like put it in perspective for me where it's like, okay, like I really got to understand who my reader is at the moment
Yeah.
to be able to write something that I would like instead of like forcing something out and then like the inside me doesn't even like it. And I think that really helped my writer's block.
Yeah. That's a great
Yeah.
note. On that same vein, do you have any advice for like a new songwriter?
Yeah, I learned this recently, but I think everyone it just sounds so crazy to like to like build a career, right? To like start to be an artist. I think if you really want to do this, just like, you know, one step at a time
Yeah.
and just do it because you love it. Like, you know, like if you really love songwriting, I feel like you should just write the songs you love to write. And if you like a certain artist, I think you should copy them I think you should copy as much as you can
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like you're not gonna sound like them. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're not gonna be them. So
Yeah.
copy all you want and then find the things of why you even like them. You gotta figure out why you like these artists and then you could take it for your own and then you can make it into your thing, right? But yeah, don't be scared to just like copy, bite, steal everything
Sure.
and make it yours, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's the best. I think that's the beauty. I think that's all the greats copied their greats and their greats copied their greats
Yeah.
and they made it theirs, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's the only way you can make your own baby.
What is a creative goal of yours?
I want to find my sound. I want to be so confident in my sound that I won't budge.
Mm.
Because I like a lot of things. And I tend to like hear new stuff and I'm like, oh, like that's cool too, bro. Like I want to do that too.
Yeah.
I want to be so confident in what I have that like this is Donny Daydream. Like you're not gonna like that's it.
Yeah.
And no matter how much fire I hear from other places, I'm gonna be good to be like, yeah, like that's fire, but this is me.
Mhm.
And I think, you know, like we're slowly getting there, but we're definitely not all there yet. Like
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, definitely not all there yet, but we're definitely like a step of the way there. But I want to get to a place where I could just like, this is me, like take it or leave it. And
Yeah.
it's fire regardless how fire your stuff is, but this is mine.
Yeah. Do you have a music artist that you've been really into recently?
Justin Bieber has always been my number one guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, always.
That new album is so good.
Bro, I hate him.
Yeah, I know.
I
Like
hate him.
a year ago, a year and a half ago, got really into like McGee and Dijon.
Yeah.
And so when I learned that they were on the new Bieber project, I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly
I
my
was
vibe.
I was like complaining to my producer because I was like a big Dijon fan, like when he first came out with
Yeah,
like Violence and like all his like, you know, like super like younger records.
sure.
And I was like super big into Dijon. And I was like trying to get my producers. I was like, bro, we just need to make something like this. And like
Yeah,
couldn't because you know, like it's Dijon, bro. Like how am I gonna
it's
yeah,
crazy.
how am I gonna
Yeah.
get Dijon? And then Bieber came out with Swag. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it. See, look, everyone has the same ideas, man. You just gotta
Yeah.
fucking do it. I was like,
Yeah.
he fucking did it. He mastered it. And I was like,
I
I was
know.
talking to my producer. I was like, bro, we tried that shit for like 3 years. We couldn't get it. I can't believe he got it in one try. And my producer's like, bro, he got the
You
guy.
got him. Yeah.
Yeah, he like
That's why
literally
he did
got
it. Yeah.
him to do it.
It's a great point.
And I was like, okay, fine, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
You're right.
fine.
But I've been listening to a lot of obviously Justin, but that's
Mhm.
just like it's like not anyone new. I feel like new. I've been listening to Sailor
Mhm.
and K1. I don't know if you know those
No.
people, but there's just like new R&B.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like new R&B that's like popping off recently.
Yeah.
Um, it's like KWN, that's K1, and then Sailor is just like the boat.
Cool.
But yeah, a lot of new. I feel like there's a lot of like there's a new wave of R&B coming out.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love R&B. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any friends or writers that you want to shout out that listeners should check out?
Yeah, you should check out my boy Raph. Raphael is nasty.
Hmm.
It's Rafayel. Yeah, that's how you spell his artist name. But
Cool.
Raph is disgusting. He is probably like the most talented guy I've ever known.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Some people just have it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
People just like you open your mouth and like magic comes out.
I know.
But also like not to discredit his hard work. Like that boy works
Sure.
insanely. Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're
That's
able to do
probably why
that.
he has magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing is, do you have anything to promote and where can people find you?
I just dropped an EP. It's called Vacancy EP. They're like little room numbers and all that for all the titles of the songs. It's like check in,
Dope.
like rooms like 1 through whatever, and it's like check out.
Yeah.
The world here, people. I'm building a world here, bro.
Love
It's
it.
in. We're just starting. So Vacancy EP, just dropped that. It's like one dimension of what I want my sound to be. And then I
Mhm.
want to build out more dimensions of my sound so that we could eventually have an album that could be mine and only mine, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Vacancy EP, check it out. It's heavily R&B, it's like pop R&B. We're definitely gonna elevate that a little bit more with the next project. You can find me basically everywhere: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, whatever, streaming anything, YouTube. Find me on IG, donny.daydream. Yeah, that's me.
Sweet dude. Well, thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate it. This was great. Yeah, you had a lot of great insight.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
No,
'Cause sometimes
seriously.
I talk and I'm like, am I just yapping? Like, am I just like, what am I even, like, am I just ranting right now? Like,
Well,
does this
either
make
way,
sense?
I enjoyed it. So yeah,
Bro,
hell yeah, dude. Well,
Shit,
thank
thank you
you.
for having
Thank you
me.
again.
of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for listening to my conversation with Donny Daydream. You can find his music wherever you stream music, and you can follow him on Instagram and TikTok at donny.daydream. If you enjoyed the episode, it would mean a lot to me if you shared it with a friend and left a positive review. Those both really help. You can watch full video of all episodes on YouTube if you search Travis Barrett and the Freewrite. And if you have the means and would like to support myself and the show even more, you can check out my Patreon page. I post unreleased demos, music recommendations, and bonus content from the podcast weekly. I really want to keep this show going, and supporting me on Patreon is the best way to make sure it continues. Thank you again so much for listening this far. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope you make some time for yourself to create something today.